Good morning and welcome to another episode of Everyday Sunday. My name is Micah Coker and I have the honor and the privilege to serve on our dream team as the Holly Pond Campus Youth Pastor. Did you know that the Most High God created you unique and special? That He knew you, that the Creator of the universe knew you before you were born. It says in Jeremiah 1:5, I knew you before I formed you in your mother's womb. Before you were born, I set you apart and appointed you as my prophet to the nations. So, what does this mean? It means you are valuable beyond measure, that you are more valuable than the most precious diamonds. You're more valuable than $1 trillion or whatever the next higher currency than that is. That God created you unique and special, and you have a gift that only you can bring to this world, that you have a purpose that only you are meant to fulfill. How cool is that? And so, my encouragement to you today is that if you're feeling down, if you're trying to play the comparison game, which don't ever do that, please. That's the worst thing you can do because if you're created unique, then the person you're comparing yourself to is also created unique. So, we can't do that, right? Because we're not the same. We don't have the same gifts. We don't have the same talents. Now, they might intersect some, but they're not the same, right? It's amazing. If you ever have an opportunity to do some study on, like our DNA, for example, that like each strand of our DNA is unique and special. Like how all that forms together blows me away. Um, there is an amazing book called Who Created God? And it's really cool because it talks about it's proving the existence of God and it goes down to our DNA level. And it blew me away when I tried to read that chapter. I encourage you, probably to read it a couple times because it was a lot to take in. But it fascinated me. So today, if you're comparing yourself, or maybe you're just feeling down, you're just like, I don't know, God, I don't feel valuable. I don't feel like I'm your child. I encourage you dive into Scripture. It tells us that we are. It says in Ephesians 17 and 18, then Christ will make His home in your heart as you trust in Him. Your roots will grow down into God's love and keep you strong, and you may have the power to understand all God's people should how wide, how long, how high, and how deep His love is. Now, that takes a component from us, right? We have to press into Him. So if you're feeling, when those insecurities rise up, which we all have them, right? None of us, we aren't going to lie and say none of us do. But the cool thing that sets apart the people who press into God is that when those insecurities rise up, they press in more, right? They trust God because they see how much He loves them, how deep His love is for them and for us, right? So there's an amazing song I encourage you to go listen to. It's called My Father's Child by Planet Shakers. And that right there is my prayer for you, that you realize that there's nothing that can come against you. There's no fear, there's no doubt, nothing that can come against you that God can't overcome for you. So I pray you have an amazing day today. I love you guys.